opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
A play fake for Gasket. Now Tua gets this one to Hill. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. Over the middle here to Wilson. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack him.
Touchdown! Mike Gesicki. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end Mike Gesicki. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them pretty darn good one. Lamar Jackson out of Louisville. Jackson now throwing to start the drive. And right away he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The kick by McManus is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A man who missed all of 2021. This is J.K. Dobbins. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards on the ground. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. The Ravens are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Benogany elects not to return, and the football will come out to the 25-yard line. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it will be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night, a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40.
I think this one will arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now here come the Ravens. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogba that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Back-to-back 9-sack seasons in Miami have firmly established Emmanuel Ogba as the face of the Fins pass rush.
On third down, Jackson. That ball caught, it's marking. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you get defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Check right. Black lock. Slow check.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Dobbins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
For 2021. Unfortunately, that all changed after a torn ACL, but those expectations still remain the same for 2022. This is a guy who many believe can be one of the league's leaders in rushing this season and a true workhorse for the Baltimore backfield.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2nd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's swung out to Mostert. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted. Seeing the future. What I mean by that is, score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And Wilson with it, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
A gain of 34 yards.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by McManus is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visit. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 26 and a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go. Defender for the football, he has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or...
Yeah, this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Odell Beckham. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Here we go, set.
Here's Tua. And Hill with it over the middle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Tua going to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down. Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Mike Gesicki has really emerged as one of the Miami Dolphins' primary targets, and he can run the entire route tree. We know he's dependable in the short areas, but he can also stretch the field down the middle. A career-high 73 catches last season, and he gets another one here to move the chains.
Tua now on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Chuck Clark collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Ready, go.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Two are going to hand this to Gaskin. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Mostert. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, Tua. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Tua now, 3rd and goal. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
The kick by McManus is good, and the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as...
He's got him in, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. The 40. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So now on. Offense as he'll try and go for two here.
Check white. Black white. Blue check.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He completes it to Beckham. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Jackson on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Yellow. One. Quick. Yellow.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Second down, here's Mostert again. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Black one. Blue check. Set.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 2 yards is the pickup, and the... First down.
Check pitch. Smith red. Ready?
A handoff running left is Mostert. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Opposite. Green. Yellow. Line.
And they will take a knee here. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Check. Yellow. Check white. Black one. Blue check.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right?
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck, holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Q-Bone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool.